You ever been in traffic like this? It's pretty stressful. Can you imagine if it was to come to a halt? Sure makes your stress level go up a little bit. Maybe cause you to raise your voice. Oh, come on, Mark, raise your voice. You don't talk that way. Are you kidding me? I know, I was just sort of trying to be professional. Not let my hockey potty mouth get me in trouble. So I'm just going to keep an eye on this this traffic here, guys, through this. So, hey, rush hour like this, right here, can sometimes, take several hours. And it just sort of zaps the rest of our power that we need to get us through the rest of the day. You know what I mean? Have you ever been there? I mean, man, I get pissed off. I mean, oops, sorry, Mom. I get upset when there's days like this happen to me on my way home after work. Nights, this isn't the real rush hour. This is just the pre-rush hour? What? Pre-rush hour? Is that even a word? I don't know. Parents, you know what I mean. Anyways, so I got a question for you. I'm trying not to get run over here. So why do they call it rush hour if sometimes it never moves? Sometimes in life this craziness stops because of an accident or whatever. It's can you imagine? It can make you, and it's made me crazy. Got me thinking a little bit here. Hey, you single parents, or even you two working parents with stress. You usually come home irritable and tired, and I don't know if I want to turn to face you, but you come home irritable and tired, but the kids don't care. They're unsympathetic and they want your immediate attention. Why do they call it rush hour if, sometimes it never moves? Sometimes, in life, this craziness stops because of an accident or whatever. It's can you imagine? It can make you, and it's made me crazy. Got me thinking a little bit here. Hey, you single parents, or even you two working parents with stress. You usually come home irritable and tired, and I don't know if I want to turn to face you, but you come home irritable and tired, but the kids don't care. They're unsympathetic and they want your immediate attention. You know what I'm talking about, right? Right? Now, the rush hour on the freeway we thought was bad, but it doesn't even compare to the rush hour at home. You know what I mean. So the real rush hour occurs when we arrive home, right? Early evening. It's time to, everybody's hungry and everybody has their tempers, flaring off, and they're real short, and it seems, it just seems to be a setup for conflict. There's some things you can do to help diffuse this rush hour time bomb. Not this rush hour, the rush hour we have to deal with as parents at home. Hey, here's a couple tips for you. First, call your children before you leave work and just touch base with them in the afternoon. Maybe this will give you a head start about dealing with any troubles that might be brewing when you get home. Sometimes they'll give you some heads up. Secondly, make a conscious effort during your commute home through the rush hour or the pre-rush hour, what do they call it? To try to disengage from the responsibilities of your job. Maybe turn on some music so you can disengage and then, just forget about what you dealt with through the day. Well, let's keep going here. Number 3, concerning the dinner. Supper, dinner, whatever you call it. Parents, you know that it's wise to do as much as possible in the morning, or at least maybe the night before, to help you. slow cooker. I got one of those new pressure cookers. Those are cool. Something that can just sort of work for you. You could simmer it all day or do it a little quicker, and that it will help you take the food straight from the oven to the table. And it just relieves some pressure and time. And you know, that's when the stress is the greatest. You give them some food. You know, it makes it a little bit quicker for everyone to eat and raise their blood sugar, and it makes us all better. Then it allows us to spend some time, you know, and get the kids, you know, help the kids a little bit with their homework before they have to take a bath or a shower. And sometimes that might be a good time for you to get outside and take the dog for a walk, or maybe, you know, play some ball in the backyard with the kids, or do something. So I'm going to try to turn here without getting hit. I believe that growth and improvement cannot happen without hope, my friends. Remember, hope provides you with energy. Remember that things will improve even in the depths of a crisis, when there sometimes just seems to be no light at the end of the tunnel. We're sort of dealing with some stuff like that right now in our world, aren't we? Don't forget, your comments are always welcome, and I really appreciate you sharing your wisdom and your hope stories with our group on ways that you hit the mark every day. Let's get back to dealing with this real rush hour for parents. You remember, you know, when you got home, you know, the things you're probably dealing with right now. Okay, let's go. You ready? Get the kids in bed and reserve a few moments of tranquility. Well, that's quite a word, Mark. What's that mean? Well, it just means quiet, you know, like a quiet time, peacefulness, maybe some calmness for yourself and possibly your spouse. There's no easy way to get through rush hour. Just like this. It's worse at home. There's no easy way to get through it 5 nights a week. Fire. And with a little less stress, you are more likely to hit the mark today.